If you're looking for an incredible family tent solution that is fast to set up, lightweight and highly versatile, then the Quest Outdoors Air Gazebo and Air Gazebo Pod might just be the ultimate solution. Follow me as I take you through a complete overview about this setup and why I think it is one of the coolest setups available. So a bit of a backstory on how I came across this amazing setup was I was actually looking for a family tent solution, and I currently have a big heavy canvas tent at home and we've been using it for many years, but I got to the point where I was over it. I could not handle any more lugging around 70 kilograms of steel poles, heavy canvas, and just taking hours to set up. So I wanted something that was really fast to set up. I wanted something that was really nice to look at. I wanted something that could obviously cater for me and my family, but the most important thing was I needed something that was versatile. Thing that could actually be broken down, packed up, and set up in different ways so that it would suit my camping needs. And lo and behold, after a lot of research and trying to dig through some different options, I came across Quest Outdoors and I came across this Air Gazebo and the Air Gazebo Pod. Now the cool thing I love about them is the fact that they're both separate, but when combined, can turn into an amazing solution. I want to take you through all of the things that I love about this setup, and also a few things that I think you'd love to know. So follow me, and we're going to dive right straight in. The fantastic part of this solution is the fact that it's an air tent. The fact that you can actually pump it up instead of having to lug around big heavy poles is one of the reasons I think that this thing makes it so great. Because at each point has an inflation zone, it means that you can set it up in a matter of literally minutes. For me, it took about 3.5 minutes to set up the gazebo and approximately the same time to set up the gazebo pod. So if you look at this setup that I have here today, which is 2 gazebo pods and 1 gazebo, in a matter of under 20 minutes, you can have yourself fully set up. Now it all comes down to how hardcore you want to go with that, and if you peg in every single guy rope that's available, but in general, it's really fast to set up and you're not having to stress over lugging heavy poles and getting all sweaty and stressed out. Now I bet you're wondering, oh, an air tent, like, oh, how is that going to stand up in the conditions? I can tell you right now, I have tested it and I have proven that air tent is good. I didn't think, in all honesty, when I got this thing, my first thoughts were this thing's going to be flimsy and a bit of a joke. And I can tell you it's actually the complete opposite of that. When I took this out into the pouring rains, and I'm talking hard rain, this thing handled easily. Not only that, in windy days, you would think that this thing would just fly away, but it holds its ground. It's very, very solid. I can kick it, a proper kick. I can smack it and pull it, and it doesn't go anywhere. And the analogy that I think of when I really thought about it was, it's almost like a jumping castle. You know, when kids are jumping on the jumping castle, it's full of air, but it's rock solid. It doesn't really go anywhere. And that's with this thing. It's just full of air, which means that it's sturdy and holds its ground. I am really impressed with the way that this air tent and this whole thing is put together. I think it's definitely a really unique way of looking at camping and taking your mind away from the traditional poles and canvas sort of solution. So if you're thinking air tent, I want you to think, or at least have confidence now, knowing that I've gone through it personally, that this thing is rock solid and one that I think you'll really enjoy. Inside of the gazebo pod, it feels real spacious. I'm 6'2", and you can see me, I'm lying down here, and I have plenty of room. Fully comfortable. Now this little thing does sag down a little bit if you have the inner tent. If you don't have the inner tent, then even better, you're going to have even more space, but it doesn't faze me because I'm not right to the edge. If I shift right down, then I have plenty of space and nothing right in front of my mouth. It is a 2x7 by 2.5 essentially, and I have had my whole family in here before. It's a tight squeeze, I must admit, but it works and it does the job. And the fact that it's 1.9 high means that I can stand up if I need to. I can get changed, and you can tell that inside just feels really spacious. There is a middle beam in here, so you can bump your head on that, but if you go to the left of it, I'm easily standing up now. And it's enough space for me to be able to comfortably move around, and I really like it. I think it's a fantastic addition to your gazebo, and the gazebo pod itself is just amazing. So that's the reason why I got it, and I think it's one reason why most people would choose something like this. This gazebo pod is so quick to set up. It's actually really easy too, and one of the things that I love about it is the fact that it's Velcro based to be able to connect it, not a zipper, which is zippers sometimes can be super annoying. This thing is quick and easy. You just literally can pull it and connect it by the Velcro. So no trying to have to find little ways to connect it. It's just a matter of grabbing it and sticking it on. So when it's on, it's just a matter of just pushing it together and then just sealing it like that with your hands. But you also know, this is a great thing. This is the number one thing I think, or one of the best things, is the fact that this whole gazebo pod is actually freestanding. So you don't have to connect it to your gazebo if you want to have one. You can just buy this thing by itself and just use it camping. And that's why it's so good, because it's actually, I've talked about it before, versatile. This thing can be able to move around and you don't have to have it connected to stay sturdy. So if I unconnect it fully, you can see this is standing up by itself without being connected to the gazebo. It's a really cool feature, and I think it's one of the reasons why I actually think it's the coolest gazebo pod out there. This whole setup is modular, so you can put one gazebo pod on any side of the Air Gazebo that you like. And if you really wanted to, you could make it an absolute massive Taj Mahal. In my case, I feel like it's a Taj Mahal just with the two, but it's really comforting to know that you can also add extra accessories to make this feel like a home almost. On every side of the Air Gazebo, you have a Velcro attachment, and on the floor, you also have a unclippable floor mat. So the one that I'm standing on right now is super sturdy, and it's great for making it feel like an internal flow, as opposed to having grass or rocks or sand underneath you. I use it all the time. However, they've also got an additional mesh version, which just allows for water droplets and for sand and stuff to go through. I might upgrade to that actually as I go on, but for now I'm going to try and wear this one to the death. And the fact that you can unclip it just shows how cool that this whole setup is. It's very unique. I haven't seen anything like that before, and it's actually one of the reasons that I bought this, was knowing that as things start to maybe say deteriorate over many years of use, I can just buy another one and clip it on. So fantastic features all around. This thing has really amazed me, to be honest, and I'm quite impressed, especially the fact that I can just choose so many different elements for this to make it suitable for me and my needs. Fantastic little feature on this gazebo pod is we've got these mesh pockets on the outside. Now, I actually love it because when I'm mucking around with my family, I can grab my phone, slide it in there, and I know that I've always got something inside there. I put my keys, my wallet in there sometimes. Now, obviously, if you feel trustworthy enough to have it on the outside of the gazebo pod, that's fine. But sometimes actually things like sunscreen and mozzie repellent and all those good things, this is a great feature. I'm always putting things in there, and I think it's a really cool thing that just makes it a little bit more unique when looking for a tent solution. On the side of the Air Gazebo, you'll find on the frame that it has these little Velcro tabs. And I find them absolutely fantastic because what I do is I actually use them to run an LED string light through so that I can at night time have a great little ambient sort of feature and lighting system that just adds a bit more touch and class to the whole setup. I think it's brilliant the fact that they've added them, and the cool other thing as well is they do offer accessories that you can use. So even if things like a hanging line for washing your clothes or hanging your clothes off of, and I think it's great. So the fact that it has that is just one little thing I think sets it apart, and one thing that they're thinking of when obviously creating a product like this. With every camping setup, we all want to have a lantern so that we can hang it from the gazebo in the middle of the night when it's dark, so we can see what's going on, see all of our things. And the cool thing is, they have one integrated in the Air Gazebo, and it's strong. I can pull on this thing, and it's not going to go anywhere. And I use it, it's great. I love to connect up my LED strip lights, as well as put my lantern on this thing, and so that I have at least a nice space in the middle, so that I can see everything and what's going on. It's a great feature, and I think they've done well with it. Right at the front of the Gazebo Pod has a flap to the bottom of the floor, and the flap acts as a doormat, and I really like it because it allows me to stop getting things like sand and mud and grass inside the tent before you come in. You can almost use it as like a floor mat doorstop and stop all those things. So what I do is I actually use a towel, and I like to wipe it down every day and make it nice and clean. So yeah, it can stop all those things from coming inside. This is a great feature, I think, that's quite a smart, innovative thing that I haven't actually seen before, and it's great. I really like it, and I think you would too if you had one. On the side of the Gazebo Pod, you're going to find these flaps. Now these flaps are just easily opened with a zipper. You got two sides, so you can come in, zip it up. It's got these Velcro connections to hold it, and here are some little plugs that you can roll it up, and when you roll it up you can connect through here to just easily hold it together. I just roll it up, put the plug through the hole here, and that opens the whole side part. Now this just helps so much when trying to get some ventilation and some airflow through the gazebo. I love it. It's just so nice, and just so much space and options to make it comfortable for you. Such a strong mesh too. I really enjoy it. It's a great feature. At the back of your Air Gazebo Pod, you have this flap here. Now this flap is connected by Velcro, and on the sides a zip. But what it does is it's actually an airflow area. So you can have this if you want. And what you do is you zip it out, unzip it on the side, and you can pull it out and use your attached guy ropes connected onto here. And this area then gives you a lot more ventilation. The air comes from underneath, and you can be lying inside and actually feel that airflow. It's so nice. And it's just a smart way of thinking about how to get that fresh feeling of when you're lying down, be able to suck in some good air when you're having a sleep or something. And I do like to use it, especially in hot conditions. And sometimes when it's not, and just a nice free flow day anyway, I'll just close it off. But the ability to be able to do that, I think is really cool. Bit of a bonus tip for you. This Air Gazebo, and same with the Air Gazebo, the pod and the gazebo itself, come with integrated guy ropes, and they come cool with a little Velcro thing that can hold it together. So I folded this up and put it in the Velcro piece. But there are times when it's not a windy day where you don't even need to have to plug these in. I find that this thing is so sturdy enough by itself that it actually is unnecessary to even plug it in. But I would normally, in saying this, when I'm going to sleep or I'm having a proper camping trip, I will normally always take it out and hammer them in just for peace of mind. But it is a thing, you don't necessarily need to do it, which does obviously save time too. Cool feature, the fact that you don't have to be manually grabbing things and trying to tie it on. It's already stitched in, and it's super strong stitching. The thing is rock solid. Fantastic feature, I really like it. Now the one thing I want you to just keep in mind when trying to purchase a thing like this is the fact that it's modular. So you can grab the Gazebo Pod and put it onto any side of the Air Gazebo that you like. I want you to think about how you camp. Do you camp on big, long, skinny blocks? Do you camp on square blocks? Also, who do you camp with and how do you camp? Now for me, a family man, I like to have, there's the 4 of us, so this is why I bought 2 Gazebo Pods. So 2 of us are in one and the other 2 are in the other. However, there are times where you don't feel like setting up all of it. You can just grab the one and set it up. And that's why I like it, because you can just grab your family and for one night, if it is, all sleep in the one pod and be done with it for the night. If not, also a cool thing as well is if you're just camping alone or with a friend, you can grab one of these and you can take it with you and use it. It's so versatile. The other thing as well is because it is modular, you can use this Air Gazebo just by itself. If you go for a friend's birthday in the park, you can use it as a nice sunshade. And I just want you to keep that in mind, is obviously all of this sometimes does come in a package. There's 3 in this case for me. I have 1 in each package. So when you start to get to this size, and even if you want to go bigger, obviously it starts to add up. So just consider your vehicle and obviously how much space the vehicle can handle. But if you're just doing something like this setup here, it's not too bad. Obviously made a lot easier if you have a roof basket or if you have a bigger, say, vehicle like a 4-wheel drive. But even if you don't, it's great. You can still get it all in there. And that's way better, in my opinion, than what I've been doing with a trailer and lugging around big, heavy poles. So just do keep that in mind when you are thinking of whatever camping sort of solution you want to get. The reason I got this essentially was because of the fact that it is modular and you can connect it how you like and you can adjust it based on your camping requirements. So there you have it. The Quest Outdoors Air Gazebo and Air Gazebo Pods. Absolutely, by far, such a cool combination to form what I feel like is the ultimate camping family tent solution. And well, what makes it that? As I've told you today, it's a range of things. The fact that it's an air tent, it's quite unique in its own right, but it's so durable and so sturdy. The fact that it's lightweight, easy to carry, and it's compact, so you can easily put it in your car and take it away, and it's not going to put up too much stress for you when trying to set up. Talking of setup, it's fast. So the fact that it can all be set up, this whole entire setup can be done in under 20 minutes. Now it depends on how fast or slow you want to go, but it is really easy. There's not too much stress. Not like when I used to do the old heavy 70-kilogram poles and canvas tent. Gone are those days. I don't want to do that again, and that's the reason why I went for this. I really hope that you enjoyed this because it gives you a good idea as to why I chose this tent, and I hope you really like it and enjoy it for yourselves too. Thank you so much for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy it, please take the time to like the video and also subscribe to the channel to watch more of these and good things to come.